There is a very strong tradition that tells us that Joseph died at the age of 111. It is a thesis that is supported by a manuscript that predates the Council of Nicaea, so we're talking about the early centuries. It is a tradition from the first Christians, like the major traditions that have come down to us. In other words, a tradition that was deeply ingrained in the minds of Christians at the beginning of Christian history. Why are we sure that the author is saying this? Because it is Jesus himself who is narrating this story in this book. According to the manuscript, Jesus was with the disciples there on the Mount of Olives when he began to speak to them, telling the story of his Father, something that is not in the Gospels. My brothers and friends, children of the Father who chose you among all men, Jesus said to the disciples, you know that I said I must be crucified and must die for the salvation of Adam and his descendants. And in this manuscript, he goes on to tell who his father was. Once upon a time, there was a man whose name was Joseph, born into a family from Bethlehem, the city of King David. This same man, being wise and endowed with knowledge, was made a priest in the temple of Jesus. What does this manuscript tell us? That Joseph married Mary when he was 90 years old and that he died at the age of 111? What does that tell us? That he died when Jesus was 21 years old.